What's up, everybody? Don't do a whole lot of reviews on this channel because I don't want to be like impartial in any kind of company or anything like that. But there is one product that I've seen that I've been super interested in. First seen it on Ardito's channel, Timber Designs, and I actually reached out to these people trying to get one of these for the shop. They requested one. I requested one. They hooked me up with it, and I want to see how it performs in the channel. If you guys have paid attention or anything the last little bit, I recently got a monster of a lathe, and with a monster of a lathe becomes a monster of a mess from the wood shavings and everything else. So what I have here behind me is the Giraffe Tools wall-mounted vacuum with Bluetooth remote, and this is going to be an install video and a real quick review. All right, so right off the rip, the first thing you're going to notice is this thing is a monster. Shipping weight on this thing's a little over 60 pounds. It comes really good packed, I would say that. I've got the template laying out for the mounting brackets and hardware and everything like that. From a few of the videos I've seen, they're not exactly 16-inch centered on 16s for studs. So a lot of people will put two runners back there. I've got a piece of birch plywood I'm going to make a backing plate out of. I think it'll look a little bit better. But let's tear into this. All right, so as you can see, this thing is an absolute unit. I'm gonna get this up to the workbench top and get it out of the box and see exactly what's going on with it. Top, and one of the reasons that she is so heavy is the contents of the bottom. I've already popped the side levers loose. And if you take this monstrosity off the top, in the bottom here, you have all your attachments, your Bluetooth nozzle, and your mounting hardware for that, as well as the nice little assortment tray that the nozzles come in. So I'm going to speed through the rest of this, explain a few things along the way, but we'll get to the actual thing and prove if this thing actually sucks or not. All right, so one of the cool things that are included with this, and they don't have to do this, but they do, and it's actually super cool, is they made it so they know that it's not exactly centered up on 16-inch studs. So they send you this template that goes with it for you to actually mount these beefed up oversized plates that mounts this thing to the wall, and I think that's pretty cool. A lot more manufacturers should do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of birch plywood over here. We're going to tape the seam along the top of it, make sure everything's level and squared off, and then we're going to drill the pilot holes to anchor our plates on the wall. All right, so we're going to use the back support and the fence on our miter saw because it's pretty straight edge. We already got this piece of birch cut to the length of our template. I'll come around and I'm going to mark the centers of each one of these. We're going to drill our holes, get everything ready for the mountain. Alright, so this is mounted up. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miffed the hole size a little bit, so I had to scoot everything over about a ½ inch. But they're still level, they're still true. So it's time to mount this giant behemoth on here. Get my cord out the way. Let it drop down. And there is some levers right here that go in that top flange. So the goal is to get those in there. Mount. All right, so this is the accessory plate that mounts to the wall as well. Sorry, I'm sweating like a pig. It's about 103 degrees here in Southern Ohio, and this mounts to the wall. The back of each one of these have these little pressure clips. These pop into place. And all this comes like super detailed in the instruction manual and everything like that.
This is for white bending.
4 little top caps for the attachments up here. Now, this has a 30-foot hose on it, and kind of gives you a little bit of leeway of where you want to place it in your shop. I chose right here in the very center of my shop on the far wall because my shop's only 20 by 20, so it'll definitely reach anywhere I want to. But I don't want a lot of tension on the hose or anything like that. And it also puts me within just a couple feet of my miter saw. This is by far the thing that makes the most annoying dust in the shop because it goes everywhere regardless of how you have a dust collection kit on or anything. My lathe has bigger shavings. If I have to, I can pick those up with a snow shovel and a push broom or something like that. The dust collector, I don't really like putting the bigger chunks in there because I don't have a dust deputy. But I think that this will be prime position for this. It's got enough places underneath it where I can have storage there, still get everything across my miter station, and still use the vacuum portion of this for the back of the miter saw. All right, so we got this monstrosity set up. It is a beast. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really fired it up yet. I want you guys to be here present for that. Stop a minute and turn this on. All right, so trackable hose is gonna be nice. I do want to try something. This thing has a silencer for it. So this is it without the silencer. Here you can hear it. And then this is the apparatus that is supposed to silence the actual vacuum itself. It goes right back here. She's locked in. See if it makes any of a difference. A little bit. But it also has a HEPA filter in it. All right, so tool holders mounted over there. Really like the way that came with that. Retraction. That's more than enough to reach across from my shop from one side to the other. I could probably get out in the driveway and clean cars with this if I wanted to. And as far as retraction, pull it out a little bit until the cantilever rocks. And she rolls right back up for you. Does have a pop lock on the side there for you to mount this in. So I think the only thing to do to really see how this works is to try to suck up some different materials of different weights, densities, and sizes. Cue the suction montage. Say it does pretty good on fine stuff. Let's readjust the camera and take it over by the lathe so we can see how it does with the floor unit and the bigger chunks of stuff. All right, so I'm super excited about this thing because there's nothing worse after standing on wood and turning for 2 or 3 hours and having to bend over and work the dust collector to pick up the bigger stuff. I'm thinking this has enough suction to where it could actually pick up some of this stuff. So let's give her a shot. Bluetooth remote, just press the on button. I mean, yeah, it's pushing the bigger stuff out of the way, but it also has a narrow slit on the bottom just for dust and dirt. So I'm not going to lie, I'm actually very impressed with this because I figured it would have a lot of problems with this. And I mean, when you're done with that, you can not drop your pieces. And when you're done with that, I mean, gets in all those really pain in the ass nooks and crannies that if you got a lathe you know about, like down here by the headstock. I I really like this. I think that this will make keeping the shop clean and tidy a lot more easier and not as foreboding. The piece of bark that got that plugged up. All right. All right, so we've ran it across the counter and on the floor space underneath the lathe. I want to see exactly how much stuff this has actually picked up. So to do that, the collection bin is on the bottom of this. Push up and down. And not only does it pick up your bigger, but this is all fine dust. And I am going to pull the HEPA filter off here in just a second and show you what all was collected in that. That's dust that I pulled off the surface and out of the air within just a few minutes. This is just the air filter, and then it has a secondary filter that goes inside of it. Just like that. You guys, as you can see here, yeah, the temperature's only getting hotter here in Southern Ohio. I don't do a lot of review videos because I won't say a bunch of good things about a product that I don't think that, you know, would be worthwhile in your shop. Price tag on this is, it's right around, I think, $340. Some might say that's a lot for a vacuum, but for a shop vac that has everything that this has, plus the HEPA attachments and all that stuff like that, the ease of storage where it's up out of the way. I mean, I can still put things underneath this. I can still get boards across my miter. It's off the floor. It's out of the way. I've been using this bad boy for about 6 years off and on, even before I was doing woodwork. And the motor wear down in those. So this was a opportunity that I was more happy to get a hold of. With that being said, I've seen a balance of mixed and biased, good reviews as well as bad reviews. And I don't want to give you guys a review on something that's going to say, oh, this is the best thing that you have to have in your shop. I would give this a solid 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that I really wish it had, and it's just a personal gripe, would be a 2-inch hose. But if you have a 2-inch hose, you're not going to be able to get the 30-foot capacity on this. So I think that's a very equal pass off. Giraffe Tools has done phenomenal on this. The machining on it, the assembly process, even down to the instructions, even though I did miss it and drill the holes a little too big on the first mount, I'll leave that. Not all of us are perfect. But I totally would recommend this for your shop. If you got the extra cash to throw in a vacuum, if you're that far to where you want to do that, if you got a lathe especially, because this stuff just cleans up all the floor debris and it gets in all the notches and crannies and everything on your lathe setup. So I would recommend it. I can't vouch for everyone else that has had mixed reviews of this, but for me personally, I've had nothing but the best out of this so far. And this is about 30-40 minutes after I was vacuuming the floor underneath my lathe. I went around and I cleaned around my hand tool station. I took the fine nose points and went around all of my lathe gouges, all the crevices on my toolbox. It actually kind of makes cleaning fun again for me. I'm kind of a neat freak when it comes to that stuff. My house is clean, my shop not so much. So this lets me carry that over into here. That being said, please check out Giraffe Tools. Tell them you've heard about them from me this time. You know, there's a bunch of other reviews up there, but let them know the Whack and Check sent you. That'd be super great. Other than that, peace, love, God bless y'all. Stay hydrated, wear deodorant. I'm out.